Hey everybody, Reefgrrl here, and welcome to my channel. This video is about an amazing act of kindness after a devastating loss. If you follow my channel, you'll know that on August the 8th of this year, I lost 8 of my 13 fish in my temporary reef tank overnight. I have 2 videos about that if you're interested in the details, if you didn't know about it. After that happened, I was feeling very down for several weeks. Then, out of the blue, I was contacted by Ryan Marchand, better known as Prestige Reef. Ryan had watched my video and said he could identify with what I was going through, and he knew how that felt because it had happened to him. We chatted a little bit about the negative effects of losing herbivores in a large reef tank with a delicate balance of bioload and nutrients. It turned out, without my 2 large herbivores, I was getting all kinds of algae, and my plans were to replace those fish as soon as I could. Well, Ryan said he would like to buy me a tang or a foxface or anything that might work. I was blown away by this. I was a little bit shocked that this came out of the blue. It was an amazing, amazing gift. So I went ahead and ordered this foxface from online. She's a little small, but looked healthy. Next up is the raw footage of when I first brought the fish here and put it in the tank. In the meantime, check out all of this algae. This is what happens a couple of weeks after you lose your large herbivores who did such a good job keeping it in check. Here we are, September the 3rd, almost a month. In fact, in 2 days, it'll be 4 weeks since the mass fish disaster. Yeah, it was pretty devastating. And this is actually a happy story because you can see there's a bag floating in the tank. And in that bag is a gift from a fellow reefer. And that unbelievably thoughtful, kind person is Ryan from Prestige Reef. When Ryan saw my video, he immediately contacted me and said he would like to buy me a tang or a foxface, whatever would help me. And his offer was very timely because I have algae, mega algae growing in this tank now. It's quite bad. I really didn't realize how much work my large herbivores had done in controlling the algae. I've cleaned a lot of it off, but I can't keep up with it. So this super kind and thoughtful offer came at exactly the right moment. So this video is to say thank you, Ryan. You're amazing. I so appreciate what you've done, and yep, in that bag we do have something, and I'm gonna get her acclimated, and I will show everybody who my new community resident is. There she is. She's very tiny. I'm doing the water transfer method for acclimation, removing a quantity of water, replacing it with tank water, waiting 15 minutes, and repeating, and then repeating again. I am noticing this fish is very, very skinny, so hopefully she'll eat well and I can get her beefed up and growing. Okay, so I'm going to remove almost all of this water, then lower the bag into the tank and release the fish. I can't handle this fish with a net because of its spines. I don't want to damage them. So you can see it's a really active fish. It's not gone to camouflage color, which really surprises me. So it must be pretty spunky, hopefully. Guess who is out and swimming around immediately? Didn't go to stress colors, nothing. Wow, so impressed. I really enjoyed watching this little fish. However, unfortunately, she perished. I have a theory that the green wrasse was preventing her from coming out and eating. When I found her, she was emaciated. She lived for less than 3 days in my tank. I decided to replace the fish and try again because this had been a gift and I really did want to see something positive come out of it. But the second fish also perished. I'm pretty sure it's because of the green wrasse intimidating the fish. Rabbit fish aren't very aggressive. They have their spines to defend them, but both of these fish were very, very small, and I couldn't get them to eat, or at least I never saw them eating. I did see the green wrasse going after them. You can imagine how I felt after the second fish perished. So I decided to take a break and made the decision not to add any new fish to this tank, to wait until I had the new tank. Here's some footage of the second fish. She got right to work as soon as I put her in the tank and was a lot more out in the open than the first fish. I had high hopes. However, she lived 4 days and then I found her, she had perished. But wait, the story's not over yet. The algae kept growing. It got worse and worse, and after several weeks, I was seriously concerned because it was starting to overgrow the few acropora that were still doing well in here. I made a decision to try and buy a fish in person, and that way I thought I might get something that could stand up to the green wrasse, was perhaps a decent size, and was eating well. I needed some cleanup crew, so I went to my LFS, Big Al's in Kitchener, and check it out. This is Sparky. Big Al's had several beautiful yellow tangs in excellent condition that they had had in the store for a while. So this fish had been in the store for several weeks by the time I saw it. I have never had a yellow tang, even though I've had several reef tanks. It's not because my tanks have been too small necessarily, it's more because everybody gets a yellow tang, and I don't generally look for things that everybody gets. So here's what the algae looked like when I first got Sparky. And even though the blenny continually grazes everywhere all the time, every time I see him, he still can't keep up with it either. I also still have the urchin in here, doing a really good job, but still not enough. And get this, Sparky eats turf algae. Turf algae! I couldn't believe it when I saw him grazing on all of that turf algae that's all over the dead Millipora and surrounding some live areas of the Miyagi tort. This was a good decision. I love this little fish. I don't know why I didn't get a yellow tang sooner. He's also a good little eater when I feed the tank, chasing things through the water, not at all afraid of the green wrasse. Here he is, nibbling on the turf algae, which is diminishing as the days go by. A huge heartfelt thanks to Ryan of Prestige Reef, because I feel like your gift set me on this path to a discovery that I'm not sure I would ever have made without it. I didn't realize how much I'd love to have a yellow tang, and look at the great job he's doing taking care of a problem. So thank you, Ryan. You are a wonderful, thoughtful, kind person. And hey everybody, if you've never heard of Prestige Reef, which I find hard to believe, but you never know, go and check his channel out and subscribe. You'll love what's going on over there right now. Thank you for watching. As always, I really appreciate it.